Hello and greetings, my fellow Long Darkians. Welcome to some Long Dark news. Now, special thank you to a viewer brought this to my attention. I don't peruse the Hinterland forums too much. They don't really use their usual social media. I think maybe they're all also on Blue Sky now. I don't really follow Blue Sky, so I just stick to the old Twitter. But this is the forums. It's kind of some interesting news. I think big news as well. I just don't think they really do a good job on PR putting this news out here, so I did want to get it out to you. I think maybe they're going to save it for a surprise for the upcoming DLC Part 6, which should be out, I think, around the second week of December. That is my best guess. It's usually around the time they enter into that. And also one thing, because I was looking at the Steam forums as well. The last time they really posted was back in September, because they had a 10-year anniversary. Yeah, we've actually been, I've been covering Long Dark for 11 years now, about almost 11 years. Quite a long time. So be sure to check out all our stuff we got coming up as well. But this was actually a thread on Safehouse customization. There's also a couple little tips. No, but I don't think really anything too spoilersy in it in the upcoming update. But it looks like it's going to be I think it's going to be a big update. There's not going to be a map. But we got a lot going on. You got the Cougar coming back. So far, when I've seen it, looks okay. I think it'll be better than what it was before, because that was just not enjoyable at all. I did get a couple Cougar I did get the Cougar feet. It did not feel good. Yeah, the Cougar was only up for about a day, just massively disliked. But this is a thread about Safehouse customization. Yeah, it's actually going to be free in the base game of survival. So if you just buy survival mode, you didn't buy the DLC, maybe you're waiting for a sale. Just reminder, it's also Long Dark. For the autumn sale. It's on sale right now. You can pick up this and the DLC for a total about $30 American, which is a heck of a deal, I have to say. We will get to talk about the Long Dark Telfar territory review numbers in a second as well. But yeah, there's going to be people who this thought it was too big and important to feature, and I agree. They'll also play devil's advocate a little bit. If you bought the DLC because you wanted the Safehouse safe customization, and that's one of the big reasons you bought it, are you not getting anything else for it? Well, that's the only thing I'd say. But otherwise, it's such a cheap price for the DLC. At the height of its price, it's only like $20. That's really nothing nowadays. Well, thanks to inflation and all that. But it's a pretty good deal for the DLC. The DLC did launch in a pretty bad state, and there were a lot of stumbles along the way. But I give credit where credit's due. They have turned it around. Also, one thing, the Labor of Love Award is up for the Steam. Actually, this year, I am giving it up to No Man's Sky because they worked really, really hard to turn that one around. Went from mostly negative to mostly positive. And they've had years and years and years of free updates. Totally different game. I give it up to No Man's Sky, though you know I love the Long Dark. But Labor of Love, maybe a slow Labor of Love. But yeah, it's going to be totally free if you didn't buy Tales. So that's very nice. That's a good PR move as well, I think. I think that's a really, really great move. Yeah, definitely. And we'll go down here a little bit to talk about... There is also one little bit, I think. Yeah, there's also some of the filters for that. And this is just Raph talking about the update video, because it's going to be nearly 18 minutes long. I imagine in editing, you probably cut that down quite a bit, because generally they're about 5 or 6 minutes. Maybe they're showing off Safehouse customization. Now, this is in the camping office. Looks like we're cooking some meat over here. But yeah, doing some picture frames, etc. And this might be pictures you actually took. Because yeah, with the Polaroid, you can actually take pictures. And it looks like the outside also, there's a frame, but then that's also the Polaroid. Now, it's been a while since I've taken a Polaroid picture, so yeah, couldn't tell you there, but let's say we pull that up. Yeah, that's a large Polaroid. I'd say that looks like that was taken out at Forsaken Airfield. Ooh, that's a tough one. I couldn't tell you there offhand. But yeah, that's out in Bleak Inlet. Okay, so a couple different regions. Very, very nice. But also, let's get up talking about the Long Dark numbers right now. Now, I've actually had good peak numbers recently because I think everyone's getting ready for the update. Plus, also, the game's been on sale, so new people do getting in. Let's also be aware of, since it's going to be free, check out all our base ideas that coming up. I've been getting ready for that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think we'll have a lot of fun with that one. So remember, the peak was when kind of the first episode of Wintermute came out. And it has been about 11 years now, most by the time Wintermute will get done. 11 years, a lot of years, that's too long for, and I agree. That's a little bit of crazy. And actually, interesting enough, under Steam has new rules for DLC, expansion passes, etc. Hinterland wouldn't have been able to do this in 2 years because they set a date, and then they decided that it's going to be done when it's done. Now, under Steam's new rules, you can no longer do that, actually. You have to have a set a date, and if you don't make that date, you can set it back about 3 months, but it has to be done, or actually Steam can start issuing refunds if you don't do that. Yeah, there's a criteria of rules now, and I think that's a good thing because I think a lot of development companies now, and I don't think Hinterland, we're trying to do anything malicious or anything. I think they just realized they bit off more than they can chew at the end of the day. That's what it was. But in the future, I think, yeah, it's going to be a little nicer for it's a pro-consumer move, and I'm totally on board with it. You also have to release, they did release DLC with content, but a lot of people, they sell season passes, expansions now, and they don't have anything for it to come out. You will no longer, I think Paradox is a good example of that. You won't be able to do that anymore. So that's definitely pro-consumer move. But now let's get to the numbers on Tell from Far territory. Now it's better than it was, and I left even, the way Hinterland kind of treated me there. I did leave a positive review because at the end of the day, a lot of rough things. They worked hard on it. Very slow, hard. To be fair, 2 years is a little much. But yeah, I think you'll leave a positive review if you do enjoy it. Not high up in the top sellers, and I think Long Dark is. Let's check the charts here. Yeah, about 610, but I think that's actually reasonably good for and this is just Steam. I don't know about Xbox numbers or PlayStation or Switch. And Switch, I hope we hear positive news. I know they've got because we played the expansion on the Switch on the channel, but they don't only have Part 4. They don't have the next, because I think the Sundered Past map was having some issues. But hopefully they will get the rest of the DLC content in a reasonable amount of time. But yes, these 610 top sellers, I argue for a 11-year-old game, not too bad. But overall, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is a very good thing, so I just want to pass that along news, get you hyped up for it, because you might not have been hyped up for the DLC if you only own the base game. But I think, really right now, a little bit of sales pitch for the DLC. Pretty good deal. It's about $13 American right now. Heck of a lot of content. I do recommend. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for this one. Check out our base DLC ideas, and check in on day 1 when the DLC does drop. I'll be covering everything on a live stream, etc. in videos. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.